Hi guys, how are you? It's Kimberly. We're going to be looking at your mid August. You know what you did through the door, maybe. Also, you're the only sign suit, the water, that I pulled crystals out of my basket. We're going to spin them. So they're asking for a little more. So this is for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, still a collective, okay? Tethered feather, you are. Something from the past. Maybe you went through something, because that's unusual that you got that feather in there. And I didn't realize it was deep in the basket. This is my basket. So, anyway, we're going to divide this up. This is Cancer, and I'm going to read it too, just in that placement. There's something heightened here. You might have a fire sign that you're dealing with a lot of healing from the past, right? Heart issues as well. 3 or more things that have to be grounded. Right here, you do have a combination of Capricorn and water and earth sign, right? Virgo, if you like. There is a Sagittarius here, I see that, and something from the past that had to be cleared out for your own sake. Thus being the green light jasper in a healing manner. You don't think that something, oh wow, there's good luck coming to you, Cancer. I didn't notice this was in there. So that's pretty good. Cancer, that's saying spirits right there. They're backing you up, Maybe I want to read this in a whole. There's maybe an Aquarius with you that you're trying to ground, right? But there's also communication and duality to heal here. Very hard to go through. A lot has been set, heavy to hold right there. And there's been a lot of weighing in the Cancer, slowing down of thoughts here prominently to adhere with the porcelain, to hold, right? In this, it gave you a clearer view. I see a prosperity here. So something because of truth with the agate that came through. Even a lighter aspect of the jasper, thus healing. A nice movement for yourself to that doorknob. Look at the table. It's a door. All right. So right there on your doorknob, you got clarity. And it's not so set. There's such a nice beginning. Creativeness coming through your door as well. Something you were battling that was a little hard, boy. See that darker green? There was a lot of things that may have been a block inside yourself or from a generational pull. So that attached to a growth. But it was also a shade, a big tree over it. So that growth in here in my table that I drew, it's a family table, so of course it's going to bring family aspects through, but that's okay. I'm enjoying it. All right. But there is something that, in a family in a whole above the door, right? There's a Gemini, a duality of something. And a lot has been cleared out, almost a blue tiger's eye in protection, a link. A creative pull. I like it. I do want to get an aspect and divide what these are. Let me just twist them for you guys, because this is the way the water's going. I'm going to leave Cancer with that angel, that unknown in a good position for you. All right. Now, here we go. Those are the other signs, and I guess who got that feather and that heaviness may have been Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That's the Scorpio. So keep in mind, you want to stick around. It's your same suit. Mind you, all these readings that I just did yesterday and today, and today's date is 8/2/2020. A lot of your suits came in as a whole. Like all your water sign posses backed you up. All the air sign posse together. So it was really weird because these are the Dharma Karma cards. These are more the major arcana to see what you brought through the door. We're going to get a perspective. So let's see. So far, the crystals are on the money. I know I didn't read Pisces and Scorpio. We're into Cancer right now. Okay, Spirit Guides, thank you. They said leave it. So look at that. You did get the sun both with the coin Cancer. So, coming out of this Cancer placement moon, there was a lot of creative way to lift emotion. There was a lot of healing in thought right there. A lot was grounded in a greener and a lighter way to be, a more clearer way. Okay, so I like that, the way even the crystals laid out there. A lot of creativity is still coming with you as well. Look, there's something that maybe your manifestation that you were looking at the door. Don't you just healed a lot. Don't creatively way away. Look, you've got toxic right here. Don't creatively way to create toxic. Don't try watching manifestation. Clear that was. Yeah. Transform from that. Because if you believe that you went through a lot and things got better and better and better down your path, they'll actually manifestate in front of you. But if you don't you do the negative that sits there in thought right there with the crown chakra prominent, a lot of negative right there in a projection creative way to create something, even a Gemini, because it's Gemini is a sign to co-create something, right? So it's bringing something together, whether it be thought, idea, you have a passion you want to bring together, that Gemini making something other than yourself happen in reality. They're asking you to watch that. There's going to be a good transformation to that if you concentrate on that. Yeah, and use that judgment. All right, many times maybe you had to look at yourself. Maybe you had to see the way, wow, I manifested some trouble. Now I got to deal with it. Okay, but I transformed and I did let the sun in. So I like that. Yes, here you are dealing, Cancer, with the Gemini. We went through the Gemini, went through the double eclipse. Remember all that? We had to go through what we wanted to co-create, who we leaned on, what had expansion and what was blocked, right? Were we stuck with the 5 to begin with the 1, the Lovers, to create that 6 of movement to finally make a decision to 7 and 8 to change, right? Here we go. You have a Emperor. There's a Mars placement here, right? Maybe correcting a little judgment, altering downloads and uploads for the readers. Maybe, altering intuitional shifts. We all feel an energy shift, whether it be receiving more knowledge or you never played a musical instrument before and all of a sudden you can. Little gifts the universe has been giving. There is a Emperor energy about you coming through this door. We've got to 8-8, but we already opened it and beautifully run. Cancer, you're coming through as an Emperor energy. I like it. Now, some things weren't strong, they said, in the beginning of your story, and you knew that with the intuition. They said, keep moving. Wow. Okay. We've got the Magician again, upright. So there's something you realize right before the door. You switched it, you switched something to make a movement. So you projected something. Did you see that? Yes, it's knowledge, maybe that you released in yourself and or in expression, because the Gemini is expression with or a choice of some sort, right? There could be a lot of things that you have to do, paperwork, organizing, bringing together, to transform something that you want. Do you want to lead with something here? You feel you've came up with a lot of knowledge that you used your intuition with, and you believe that you can move forward with something in the door. There's confidence right there with the sun backing you up. Yeah, and the world energy. So Cancer, holy crap. A lot of good judgments and karma that were corrected, a lot of moving forward. Your storybook looks beautiful. There's a lot of unknowns, but you know what? There may be a Cancerian energy. You might have been dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Let's look at what that is in a smaller aspect. Maybe you were dealing with another altering sign of yours, which is the moon, your ruler. Okay, so maybe Jupiter was in there, and there was something that had to be completed in karma. Maybe with passion, and there was a resolution to that. Look, you didn't think so. You didn't think so. Now, I hate to read these upside down, so I'm putting that hope, because why would you lose hope? You showed such confidence in your story. Here. There's something that, maybe you had to release. Here's power. Maybe this is releasing of. Maybe there was some things that had a stronghold that you released. There's an unknown to that. maybe you feel there's still a strong hold in something. You're not patting yourself on the back for things that you did that was so encourageable. Yeah, you don't express. You're holding something, or you feel somebody's holding back from you. There's information you want to know. I'm putting that upright. And maybe that's what that luck is that you'll find that clearing. Also, ability to express yourself. It's not how you say, it's what you say. It's you can say anything. It's just the way you say it. That's what I'm hearing in new beginnings. So maybe Cancer, you let loose, but realize the way you were communicating, maybe, was very out of that Gemini, was sitting there with the lovers, maybe it was very fast expression. Yeah. It was almost unique because you let go of some truth. Wow, August looks good for you. Yeah, you've grounded a lot of things. And it's this type of person right here. The Cancer's not really saying nothing, but they have an enchantedness about them, playing with their hair, staring out. They have inner knowledge. And it's bringing me to that sun, that lightness, that pink. So it was a good, especially with this being upright, it was good for you to go somewhere. Maybe you're going to go somewhere, I feel a trip or something, or you're hoping something changes. You're thinking about something that just really may transform for you. You would feel better. You would believe that you manifestate, like I've been concentrating so much, all the readers have been talking about, just manifestate, in a way that you believe. You want to see something here. Yeah, see wisdom being used upright. You want to see if that wisdom that you use, that clearing, that really concentrating on, maybe if you watch readers or you're a reader yourself, you want to see something. So there is wisdom coming to you and leading with love. How nice is that? You have a beautiful story, Cancers, because you're the ones that really, in the double eclipse that we just went through, make us realize where we value ourselves walking through the door. What is our smiles and cries? Because we need them both to put our best foot forward, because how would we know which direction to place the foot? We wouldn't. We'd sit and spin. So I like your energy right there. Yes, it's very much needed is what this is saying. There's a sanctuary to what you guys represent. And I just wanted to let you know that if I look at this on the table as a story of what Cancer energy does, it's a lot of healing. And I thank you. Yeah, it's a beautiful reflection, to look at a lot of perception of what you do. Being a Cancer is hard. It's called the mastery at the same time. You deal with a lot of positive and negative in an emotional state of water. So it is a confusing energy in itself for a lot of soulmates, but it's needed. So that's how much you're needed. And I think you're going to realize that once, you look at it like your shadow self, even when confusing, has to be present. So you're really looking at that. You're really almost in the door, so maybe you're feeling it. Maybe you feel a little detached and you're not saying nothing. But you're slowly but surely coming into the middle of August, with some wisdom there. They said, look at these, and I will. So yeah, you're looking with compassion. Something will come up. Let's see. Divine timing. Okay, so maybe a little impatient, but compassion and something that you're discerned about. You're being very impatient about. There's something that you want to clear out, Cancer, but you're kind of losing your patience there. And that may be a healing matter. Some of you might be going through some healing. Some of you might be thinking of creativity as well, where to go with the creativity. So have some compassion on yourself. That's the crown thought here, to heal for you. Maybe you're giving too much there as a reader. Yeah, look at you. Even got the mastery over you. The sun and the moon. The star and the moon, rather. The star leading it. So you moved past the unknown and really grounded what you had to and found that emotion coming in. I like it. Shadow self is like just getting out of it. You know why I say that? Because look, you got reflection of shadow self right here. It's telling you this. They're giving you a perception, or actually you're achieving that perception, because no one can take away your smile and cries. So you're going to look at what that perception is coming in, what made you happy, where you thought you were crying with the shadow self. You see, So that's what transformed. And I like it because wisdom sits right here between that star energy and that unknown. So definitely a healing is immense. Beautifully done. Nice reflection. You know, you hung there long enough, you went through things long enough, you're really living in the here and now from reflection, and you found growth, softer growth as well. A real why to expand, okay? So I like that. And especially in reflection of what you were holding back. That's what they're saying. Yeah, what a beautiful lesson your story has been, Cancers. You know, there was like 2 blocks, maybe 6 blocks that you had to deal with, of course, some obstacles that might have been hard, but your book was lovely. Look, and the wheel is upright. So, you know, the acorn energy, you know, you really realized that growth in you, that magic to way to come together to grow. Creating that acorn, the unknown, you evolved around the wheel. So there's something that's good's coming to you. No wonder why you got that, okay? Yeah, you went through a lot of towers. But you went through a lot of towers. Some towers halted you. And I think through the door this time there's been a reversal there because of a lesson. Is that right? Yes. Yep. In this hermit, you really, you know, you're going to take some time down in the second week of August. I feel that, you know, you're really going to reflect something. It's going to give your energies a good boost because the sun, you're going to be a stronger tree, you know, a stronger knowledge, that wisdom gained, something that you really wanted to move forward for yourself. You're gaining that probably the third week in. Let's see what that is. Hope. Because of some judgment that you make, you know, you're really trying to use your wisdom on something, and you think you're really going to move forward. There's a tower moment, but after that tower moment, you realize something that might have just healed right here. You really think you could do it with the star energy, the fool, and then the magician, in a cross value of trying to deal with something of a tower where the wheel may have gone a different way and made you reflect, especially in quarantine. You were silent. The shadow self was looked at. Also reflected before you hit that door. And I like it because you kept this. You kept that open heart. You kept where it was hard, maybe where there was blocks. You didn't want to look at it. You were turned away from the lesson, but you finally looked at a lesson, thus knowing that you can move forward and handle it in the crow energy to get out of your head that you didn't, you know, close your heart, or it didn't work. All those aspects that might close one's heart, creating that acorn energy, right? So you kept that open. I like that. Just want to say that's how that came out. I'm going to look at some of the chakras. You know, let's look into another deck. I want to see something. You know, what you reflected there in that hangman. I want to see. I love your energy. I love your reading. It's 17 minutes in. I'm going to go like 4 more minutes to see some of these hidden factors. Like, what's this hope right here for our lovely Cancers? You are going to have some good luck. Your crystal's saying it. There's a triangle, more than one person maybe in love that you're thinking of. Yeah, slowly but surely, you're going to find a way, you know, to find that faith to keep it, right? Where you have lost it. Something that you felt wasn't moving, maybe in a love issue. There's some luck coming to you. This one, I know, maybe you're still questioning that. There's that patience up there. You know, maybe you feel your crown thought is that I don't know what to do. You know, you think there's deception all around you. There's an unknown energy, and you don't know how they're operating. You feel if you do something with paperwork, it's going to change a different way. But you really are using your wisdom. You're coming through as the emperor. You're coming in as a leader. You're leading with love right there. You're a little impatient because I think there's been deception of an unknown around you. Yeah, something's off balance with the justice. You know, the Libra, the scales itself, that could be court, something is off balance with. You're leading with love in a root issue, but no patience for love is there. So hold up here. Yeah, that's the queen of truth coming in. I think justice knows something's off balance. That you're losing your patience. You know, it's quite clear. There's a root issue with his family. They prominently think about it, but they think there's an unknown, but they have clarity of the unknown. But yet Judgment's upside down, and so is a Seven of Swords. So they want to see a strategizing coming together. Maybe they're trying to find a way, or there's three parties that would feel like they're being entrapped. Their love is being held. Because the Queen of Cups is like held. Yeah, that's complete. There's nothing more to say to it. The world energy is cutting that reading right there. Yeah, they don't want to go any further. There's a controlling that's not being worked on, and it's leading with love, and somebody's not doing what they're supposed to do to heal this. And, it falls on the corporations. It falls on something like that. That could be that. Not leaving that out. So, yeah, they'll balance it. They're going to resist not movement. They don't want to think about something, but they have to master something. Something isn't strong, and maybe there's a Capricorn around there that's holding emotion with it, right? And then there was an idea of theirs, of either a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There was a path or something, because it was a Two of Wands, right? And then a Tower moment was always trying to be fixed with the Queen of Wands, right? In prosperity, to stop or place the hurt, to find that equal balance, right? But no intuitions were being used to unhook or co-create to expand, or equal give and take. So it left confusion and feeling wounded. With unclarity there. It's such an energy, and it wasn't a nice wish. So, Cancer had to say something. I'm going to give it to you that way. That was total freestyle. I don't know where that came in from. That was total channel. They want me to end the reading. And to have faith. 2129. An expansion to look at something scorpionic as well. Gemini came through, right? The hyphenate, a lesson. But you really grounded it here because you came through as the Emperor. You looked at the shallow side. You reflected this. You led with love. You knew in a whole you were thinking like an Emperor in a whole. You kept the faith and a hope, which is also, again, family, also to do with Leo. And there was a justice to that because it kept wisdom. It kept that grounded, right? There was something special about that, right? And you held a lot in. That took a lot of strength and power, whoever you're for. You're leading with wisdom through the door. You're going to realize something of an unknown that you were thinking, did I use my judgment? Am I using? You question yourself right there. I think because of the way you led with such a healing heart of love, maybe you didn't express it a lot, but maybe you felt it for sure. You've healed a lot in soulmates and helped them transform, to move forward, to believe that master energy of something that's so negative, maybe whatever you guys felt will be a positive, to a compassionate sign, and really clear out some discernment, not hold back, say something so that compassion can come through. That came through Cancer sign, guys. That's really quite unique. The energy you have in a Cancer's in a whole. You have to look at the way that reading came out. I found it interesting. Alright, so we're going to close our beautiful Cancers out. You've got a nice healing that you have messed with. I want to say that. You also got some good prosperity coming to you. You grounded 2 or more things, and you found truth in yourself. You've been thinking and strategizing a lot. You've been great through. I see whale energy. Oh, I see whale energy, which would tell me high dimensions, that maybe you're a channeler, that you understand the earth grid, you understand a lot of knowledge. So that's a good sign. But of course, you're a Cancer, you're run by the moon, so you would have an understanding of intuition, okay? I enjoyed your reading, Cancers. Don't worry, your energy's good. I just want to say. Especially coming into August. And the story was absolutely beautiful. The Chariot that came popping back up. But we have to close it. We're closing you out, guys. Alright, let's keep moving. We're going to move to the next sign. Before I touch that, that would be Pisces. right? So we're going to go to Pisces. There's some truth here and some truth here, right? There's something that's heavy. There's a quick clearing, but there's a darker clearing. You know, there's a lot of adventuring. You have a big heart, right? You said a lot of things and you grounded. You helped when you could, right? Right there. There's been a lot of early things that you had to go through. You know, maybe you didn't want to let go of something, right? You held it. So maybe you had a clutch to something. You felt duality and healing would be better. You don't like to be alone. You do like creative music, which that's kind of nice here. So you do have a change in colors in here. You're unique, but you're a little burnt out. That's what I'm seeing. You know, there's been a calming. Your sleep habits are changing. I see that right there. You might be feeling your heart or really getting uploads. Not so much downloads, but the uploads are with emotions coming up out of the heart into the head, feeling them, releasing them, looking at different perceptions. So I do see that for you. All right, Pisces, let's see. This is our lovely Pisces. You know, you're all the energy in all one, so it's hard. You know, you're a lot of energy, Pisces. You know, that's why you came up with such a beautiful rainbow. You know, it's your hue. There's a protection here. Of course, the outers would be dark because it's the moon, but then can be light in a crescent. Isn't that cool the way that came out in a crescent shape? I thought so. So let's see. I really am enjoying your Pisces reading. Look, there's an emperor coming through. You're really being your own emperor. You're coming through as being able to take care of your home, being able to structureize, right? Maybe there's an Aries that you're thinking about. There was a lot of lessons in your story that you thought about. Maybe you learned a lot or thought about a lot about an Aries, right? You learned a lot. I knew the hyphenate was coming over that. So there was lessons there. You know, maybe your family taught you to bend a certain way and, you know, be able to hold your tree in the middle here. You know, maybe you're that middle tree, right? That strong tree in the middle. You used your wisdom. You used your lessons. You knew how to operate for yourself. You took care of yourself. You believed in yourself. I like that. Yeah, a beautiful transformation. Now here comes your fellow sign Pisces saying, yeah, you know, Cancer's, Scorpio's going, you're right, you're right. There was a movement of emotion times 3. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. A chariot. Don't forget about Cancer. So you're all in the board. I'm going to give it to you. You're all in the board right here. And, you know, Scorpio's right here. So it's unique. There's passion between the water. There's a lot of heated emotions, a lot of built-up emotions, a lot of boiling point, right? But through that boiling point that I see with all 3 signs, of course, we are reading for our lovely Pisces. There's been a lesson in that. And learn to be patient, you know, with yourself, within your movement. You could be dealing with a Sag. There might have been a Sag that is far away that, you were, wondering about with an Aries. Maybe you were thinking of it, overthinking. You were spending some time alone, overthinking. You were trying to heal something. You were trying to project healing there. But you were trying to be patient. Maybe there was something you had to go through in the shallow self. Things that you might have done, where you grabbed the Emperor energy, the lessons that you even learned to transform and control with the Cancer energy being on this side, that positive and negative in order to help. So that's nice. There was a lot of soulmate energy, choices, a duality in somebody, maybe you and an Aries, Pisces, maybe trying to fix a tower moment, maybe going through thick and thin and trying to fix it and it never worked. It was always left hanging, right? Always left back in reflection. Now, you know you already had the strength because I showed you with the middle tree. You're coming in as an emperor. So why are you hanging? Is there something that you think is stuck? Here are you. That is Pisces. It could be said Aries too, but it's Pisces. A duality of the sun and the moon shift and change. Maybe there's an energy together, changing in that Pisces era that Pisces yourself is feeling, that reflection of a lot of different energies. So it leaves you almost stuck in thought for a minute, right? But then you take action. You make the choice to move forward. You accept the tower moment, and the wheel goes up. So you really learned in a story and a crown thought of how you can run something. Parents were very, very, showed you a lot, and you're grateful for that. You believe something wasn't strong. Something that you hold. Maybe there's something that you're not telling that you know, or somebody thinks you think somebody's holding information, but I really believe it's you, because here you are. Are you holding something that's not strong? Do you know something of the how that acorn is not growing right? What the secret is? Are you holding knowledge? Do you trust? Is there a trust to commit to something? That's what you're thinking. Yeah, the unknown. You're not trusting that, the people of your surroundings, your soulmates. You don't think that they're going to stick around. You think there's an unknown movement. You could be thinking of a Leo. You could be thinking of a Leo here, because it ended with the Fool and or Aries. There's also a Libra energy trying to balance an unknown in a Leo. Let's see what that is in a smaller aspect. Because the wheel's up. So trying to balance something with an Emperor, a Libra, an unknown Pisces, and a Leo. Underneath that is a secret and not strength, not being strong for something. Let's see. Listening. Maybe you're trying to say something and the other person's really not listening, not hearing you. There's a trust issue, or when they something, you're not listening. You just release whatever they're saying. You let it go in one ear and out the other. Yeah, you're worried about money right now, so that's what you're trying to balance out. You don't really want a new beginning. You want to surrender to that idea. You're using your intuition for something. Here you are again in your own book. It was awakening to something. Maybe you felt a protection of something, but now something is awakened, or something happened with an Empress and you pulled back. And you wished something would happen, and you wanted a little bit. That's your sign, Pisces. You're the playful, childlike energy. That's what Pisces is. To just go along with the flow. Everybody takes that moon energy. It's, the moon energy. No. Pisces energy is the childlike energy. That's the energy now. Why the masculine, feminine, has been planted in the ground. There's a rooting energy, a turquoise balancing, if you would, if I can explain it in crystals, which they provide certain energy. But there's also an energy of how I read. So I can read those energies and I understand them. So turquoise would be balancing if there's a lot of, me being that, sending that light that I can do, which, again, was a gift that came later on in the years of divination, not early on. So I learned how to use symbols, download symbols, use rays, move them. Once you learn how to do that, it helps you really clear out chakras. So, for example, if I was clearing out a chakra or doing it for someone, and there was that murky color of all colors, just making that brown, lots of purple, but yet there was potential. And there was a certain spot that was dark. I would know what colors, as example, one of them would be turquoise. The absorption to balance, even the mother of pearl would come in. There's a certain setting. I know this is total channel, but they're expressing it, so why not? So it allows me to actually balance an energy out. So this is what's coming towards you. This is what the Pisces provides, that energy in the wave that we all are, because we are energy of ancestors. So they are balancing what they're saying in your energy in this Pisces, releasing this era. Both ears are ringing for me. That they're trying to push you along. I know there's a lot of changes. They're saying, Pisces, you're feeling the changes. You're feeling the shift. You're feeling into the crown chakra, the heart chakra the most. I feel that. And we're going to get a look at that as well. So that's hard to do. But you also keep that dreamy-like innocence and that playfulness in your story. You love family. That's quite clear. But this is what you're looking for, a fast resolution, a fast wish. There's a wishing. So maybe, some of your family members are apart. So there's a strong wish for a family right there to get along. The Pisces energy is really working hard to bring each and all the energies into all the signs that I just read for in groups of earth, air, water, fire, They need to remember that while we're planning those energies in the root, getting ready for this big shift, Aquarius is coming in, you know, Lionsgate's right there, to keep that playfulness in there. Some of us have been hurting so long, trying to control things, trying to manipulate the wheel and movements, and it's coming through in Pisces energy to remind us, you know, hey, we're little angels, we're learning. Where were you? Where's your childlike abundance that you came in with? You know, awaken to that, use that intuition. Surrender to a lot of this because it's halting your beginnings. They want you to release the past issues. Listen to what you're saying out of your mouth. You know, where is the fun? Where's the fun? All right, well, we got that clear, that loud and clear. Something you're nervous about coming through. There's a pent-up energy with it, all right? You know, here's your Scorpio and 5 of Cups. Here's your signs again. You're coming through beautifully in communication, in thought, in the heart, running with what's nervousness and really getting to the root of it. Using your judgment to really clear that 5 of Cups emotions out while you're manifesting. Think things will happen positive. Surrender to that is what they're saying. You should do okay. Now you got a triple intuition coming through here. How cool was that? That you're really listening. You're really listening. You know, maybe there's a shallow side that you are facing right now. Your intuitional and your ego. That is, you know, that's that Pisces I said that was coming into this big shift of all the feminine really rooting what was emotional, relieving some of the ego masculine, the old masculine ways, the new way of being a hyphenate energy with a feminine twist. World energy, upright. So they agree, telling you in Pisces, the world energy, that there's going to be a kinder, more playful energy coming forth in a whole clear. Yep. So, you know, it's going to happen with or without you. Oh, wow. So the magician went from the middle back to, because how many times did I pull the magician out already? So make, you know, use your judgment having some fun, because that was really cool the way that magician bounced around with your water signs, quite clear. I hope it was a smile, you know, release some of that negative. Tell each other how you feel, because half the time you'll be grateful you did. You know, it will cause such a transition, they're saying, that your trust will be earned back with each other. And truth will set you free in unions. So that's coming from Pisces era, to get a little more gentleness and a little bit of playfulness with yourselves. And do you believe in magic? Think about it. Release that. That's what they're saying. And love each other. In Pisces. Oh, I want to melt in that. It's just delicious. You know? It's just such a kindness through your energy. You know, me being the sun sign, I am the emperor. You know, it really makes me feel good, your energy, your cards. You're really going to have a good August. There's going to be a lot of clarity, a lot more playfulness. It's going to be more of a positive energy, says your energy in a collective. You know, the way these signs came out, using my family table, I only made these cards last week. I thought, let me try wood burning. I never did that before, you know, and it's another new gift, which I'm blessed with. And it came in like I thought about, okay, wood, how can I, you know, represent where it came from, the trees. And it was like they just flowed one right after the other, and I can read them. So that's, you know, that's unique in itself. I'm blessed for them. I'm enjoying them so far. You know, this would be a print, of course, if I decided to move further. I have a lot of cards. I love my Time Tarot. That goes with it. I just keep adding. And I time them, which I think Scorpio wants me to bring all three out for you lovely water signs, because you waited. So I will get that. Let me just make sure all the trees are facing the same way without the descriptions, and just mix it for our lovely Scorpios coming in, which wanted to bring ancestors through. We are now closing Pisces out, going to Scorpio. You know, each and every sign batches up. I would stay for the reading. I know it's long. You can go back to it if you want. But you got to see how that unity, ending with unity, even with the emotions that we just came through your major shift of the double eclipse, thank you. You know, there was something there. So they said grab a handful, which they're making me grab my cards. So I haven't used these other than picked out of them a lot, but I fill them, and that's why they're like this, because as I write, some of them are blank, I'll just keep going, but I just pull a blank one and write. It's psychography. And then I time it and I date it. So these were all last year, so this is really interesting to see if it goes in accordance. If those of you that stayed, you got an extra card, you know. This is Cancer. Let's just make sure there's writing. Oh, Cancer. I peeked. Well, since you've waited, I'll give Cancer. You're beautiful in color. This came in on 8/1, so right around the same time, 2019. You're beautiful in color. So there's really something good happening to you, Cancer, right there, okay? We did read Pisces, so we'll go to Pisces. And Pisces, you're a little nervous about something. Nervous station, right? To wonder, to remember spirit. And then it says short. Something, don't worry, that you felt was going to come through. You didn't think something was happening. This is a short energy. It says, where do I go without those tears you hold? Who else got this? I think it was Earth Signs. Where do I go? So you're asking somebody for a reflection. There's nothing behind that. One more. Ride to ride, I tore leaps and bounds, to bound some more. Just to ride, just to ride, just to ride once more. So, of course, you're the Pisces energy. You're like, yeah, I ain't giving you nothing. I got a triple solution. You can keep pulling from me, but you're not going to get an answer other than a ride with the moon sign. That's what I'm kind of like. Are you kidding me? You think you're going to get an answer? You ain't. But there is one more I will read. A stillness, a sword, a reflection, a shed, a placed instead. More brown than blue, I see that shade, the color in you. The blue, the moon. Look at that. Came in on 7/21/2019 at 10:30 a.m. in the morning. So something that was complete to try to expand and stabilize. Like it's the moon energy. You can't figure it out. You know, it's just beautiful. I love you, Pisces. You know, you're really showing you're holding, but in a playful way. And that's what you're bringing in. Like, you're never going to get the answer out of your cards. You're never going to get it. So it was cute. I'm going to leave it like that. There's Scorpio. You know, Scorpio, I don't want to pull that one because I said, you know, there was some, oh yeah, they said pull it back. There's a filthy card here that had spilt on it. Oh, pull back in your journey to sway the opposite way. To say I flow obstacles of day to resistance. And then the first card that I really didn't want to read said, oh stuck, as formation begins. That little feather, you are my center wing. So, you know, Scorpio being the lesson, being the outer wing, they want it. And then there's one more here. It says breathing will improve your mental and emotional state. You know, a lot of you, as they said, that you're holding your breath. Balance that out. Yeah. Balance 4/4, you know, balance out the energies inside your star energies, each and every one of you. There'll be a healing. I did get a thank you with this card. You know, so that was a special message. That came in on 2/7, okay, February 7th, 2020. So this was most recent out of all of them so far. Sadness knows what a wonderful journey I ride. From falls to triumph, we ride, the sorrowful side. So yeah, they wanted to take you out of that. You know, maybe Scorpio, you're going through it with something. You know, sun, rise, or moon sign, you're going through it right now. They're saying bear with you because your other water signs are right here. It said start fresh and new, find that blue. You know, that you, that real you. Let go of the blue. You know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling for Scorpio as we're reading. They're getting a couple more of ancestor sign. When did that blue come in? 8/1/2020. 2019, sorry. Is there a time? No. So we all change out of a sadness is what Scorpio, all three balancer of the water, correct? Here, sitting here. Breathe a little, don't hold your breath. Things are supposed to spill for a minute. Just to see if you could pull back on your journey, maybe you have to sway the opposite way. You know, you can always handle the bull crap another day. Live is what they're saying. And these are coming out of, you know, transformation. You know, that's two beautiful ancestors telling you to clear out right there. You know, there's the death picture in front of me, but that's the side that you're not getting through. There's one with a dragonfly and the other trees. It's like you're hitting something, so you want to clear something out. Maybe, like I said, they're pushing us through this Pisces era. So Scorpio wanted to back up Pisces that it's okay. So I love the collective because it just shows the strength in a whole. Cups representing love, you know. There was something you didn't want to do, Scorpio. You tried like anything, you know, through the door. You really tried, you know, but there was a transformation. You know, maybe you didn't believe in yourself right there through the door, but you know what? You found a way with your co-creating sign of Cancer. I knew they were going to do this to you. And then, you know, that became strength. You know, you also found an unknown strength inside yourself through a Leo. The link of a family. You healed a lot. Oh, you're going to make me mushy. You healed a lot through the link of your family. How beautiful is that? There was a lot of healing that you provided your family. That's what they're saying. All right, all right, all right. What a beautiful sign. Yeah, there was some tower moments with that, Scorpio. But you handled it with grace. You healed. You found the patience within yourself. How beautiful. You know, there was some toxic. You were patient with toxic around you. Oh, my goodness. You completed so many things. Of course you did, because you're a Scorpio. Yes, for your soulmates. There was a lot of things that you're leaving for yourself that had to be balanced out. And this is where your story begins. I knew that was coming in with the Fool energy, because, you know, justice and judgment was knowing the right thing to do, knowing how to balance, giving that trust freely, giving that love freely, being there for whatever soulmate you had to balance or help in a completeness, even through the toxic. You had to be patient with your soulmate, and you understood that. Whoever this is for, you have a beautiful book. Yes. Wow. There's an emperor. You were your true emperor. You know, there may have been fear all around you, in front of you. You might not know what to do, you know what I mean? But you don't resist just because of that. You don't hold. You know, sometimes you don't hold, you just, it's an unknown movement in you. You know, the Emperor is action, is a fire, a passionable sign, right? The Fool energy, the fire, the passion, the lovers to co-create, even through your surroundings that might not feel so, making something working with such little. You're creative. Maybe you didn't have the most, but you lived through the fullest. Yeah. Yeah. You know, there was a lot of stagnation that was unknown about that. You know, how you got through those wheels. That was so hard, very little to do it, but you did it. Wow, they're really giving it to you nicely. You really learned some lesson with your wheels as your story goes. Look at that lesson. They're giving you the whole freaking thing. You're a sunshine, you know, you're a real healer. Even, you know, even in an emotional situation, you were still a mother energy, no matter through the ups and downs. Is that right? This is a wonderful, wonderful, you know, you got that feather here. I didn't read it for you, but they want me to. Hopefully you can see it. All right? It was something heavy that you thought about. You know, you led with love right here. There is a double ceiling in you, but you know what? You were a little badly beaten, but not bruised. You were able to ground a lot of things. You have a combination, Scorpio, of 3. And it leads with protection. It leads with truth. It leads with heart and kindness. An ability to let people make their own mistakes in a wheel energy. That hematite. Something special about you that can turn that wheel. Whoever this Scorpio, or in a Scorpio on a whole, I thank you for the energy. I think it's beautiful. It's a recognition how beautiful you guys really are. You know, how you can handle a beaten up of a feather. You know, everybody has to have their feather somewhere along the line. It's sanctuary to how beat up we go through it, right? It's our own story, said, you know, Scorpio. You also been thinking about something, Scorpio. You're really looking at a lot of your road, the red road. A lot of clarity you found with those wings. You know, that you were able to descend. You were able to place things in order. Yeah, there's a beautiful union to you coming up. Maybe, you know, that's what you're thinking about. But it's so unclear to you right now, you don't know what to trust. That's your crown thought moving through August. But you know, you feel something stopping you. Don't worry. We're going to get a, you know, you feel something's halting you right there. You feel something with a Leo. You felt something's halting you with an innocence. To be able to trust. To able to bring that energy in, like Pisces was saying, in your suit to bring, don't forget the childlike energy. Have some fun. Everything. So, you know, maybe with the quarantine, you had to be an emperor type of, I had to run things even in more Scorpio. You know, they don't play. But, you know, there was a lot of it. Maybe you're forgetting that. You know, and it's not healing. You know, it's not helping you any. Yeah, they said that's off balance. You need to find some childlike in yourself. Maybe you're giving just too much. You know, something is off balance with a child, too. And you know something's not healing. I'm going to get real. You know, you want to change something. And I think, you know, there will be a change in it. Hopefully the sun is right there. Maybe people weren't using their intuitions for a minute around the world learning lessons. But something with a child, yeah. Could be a Leo upside down. There's a Fool energy that needs to move, both Leos. Okay, that something has to change with. I think you have a deep knowing it's a kindred spirit that needs to be balanced, Scorpio. You know, there was a healing manner with this. You know, there was something upside down again, strength. Yeah, a lot of egos ran in this. You know, a lot of working with the magician, you know, working to make it happen, but something went off balance here. Yeah, there was a lesson. There's a lesson that's not being looked at in a soulmate. And that soulmate's upright, but yet there's no benefit. There's being juggled. There's a benefit, or families being juggled in a relationship that you're working on to find clarity, double clarity. So that's good. So there could be something from the past and the future. But there's a lot of clarity coming into you. You know something. You know it's burdensome. There's something very burdensome that you're weighing that needs healing, and you know it. So that's above that door. Yeah, there's some people that's not celebrating right now. And there's a victory with something not being brought together, but yet it has no benefit. It's a quick cutting off of something that doesn't have strength. It doesn't have transition ability, and it feels like being held like handcuffed. There's no freedom, and you know there's no faith in a movement with something in a union. There's no trust. That's coming from a message from Scorpio, ancestor message, I guess, to Scorpios, and they said you'll know who it is. And it's a specific male Scorpio. Yep. Says Archangel Michael. Quite clear. So Archangel Michael is asking a Scorpio to make a judgment in something that they already know. There's an unknown about it. I guess they're giving you a hint to do the right thing. Get rid of that deception. And transform, says Scorpio. This became an ancestor Scorpio right there. There's a real prominent thought. You think about it a lot. There's a fear with it too. Yeah, there's a fear, an emotional fear with this of some sort that you're trying to solarize. But it's really, really an entrapment in yourself that you hold back. It's like unspoken love can't complete. You know, there's a karma wheel coming at you in a Scorpio position. Yeah, why? Yeah, something needs to be brought together. This could be the corporations. This could be, you know, loans or something. There's something that you're thinking about that needs. This could be court building. Something that's being brought together. Maybe that you didn't want. That's what's coming, and it's going to be fast movement. So that's something to think about. Let's see why there's fast movement. Well, it's something that you worked on, but you led with love. You pulled love right through. See, love began here with the Queen of Cups, and you dragged it through in a really good way. You made improvement. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, could be dealing with a child and a scorpionic energy that maybe you're walking away from, and in a creative manner to heal something that feels left out. And it's up to you to balance it, justice, and relieve some negative and find a way. You have an Aries or somebody coming fast at you. There's double movement. Their emotions are upright. They've got the Queen and King of Energy backing that up, the King of the Pentacles. So Scorpios, if you really want to do something, maybe you're running off and it's not something that you're looking at. Maybe there's something that could be coming, and it's coming in a tower form, in a karmic form. What comes around goes around. You're thinking about it prominently because, look, you got the crown chakra here. There's communication, but you have to be patient with a root issue. There's a trust issue here, and there's no faith in something. And you know it. And it's something that you're grabbing. Maybe there's going to be a mastery movement and a balance with that, because right now it's not strong, and you know it. Love is overruling this whole thing. It's like sandwiching it. So whatever bullshit excuses someone's either trying to give you or something, they're like, are you kidding? You have that knowledge. Like nobody can, whoever this was for, no one can mess with your emotions because you have the precise of what you're doing. You know what you're doing. So I like that. You're finding a way to juggle something, but like I said, there's a tower. Maybe you're trying to smooth something out, but there's a tower right there in your position of 11. We're coming up through the 8. You're trying to smooth obstacles. Remember, the world was in front of that and a tower. But you're still at a stalemate. You're back to trapment. I don't know what that is. That's for a special something that somebody's thinking about. You know what? Maybe it's the manifestation that came out in the beginning reading. You can look back, but I got lost with your reading for a minute there, so I was pulled into something. But it was pulled into the right thing to know something has to straighten out. There's something that just ain't quite right, and you kind of know it. There's leads with a lot of love, and you don't understand it, but you're seeing it from afar. But you have to have the courage to see that, because there's a sun in there. It's sanctuary to you. You're gonna notice it. You're gonna notice something. You're going to use your intuition to complete something. You're learning something slowly through August. There's knowledge there between a tower that I said was coming and a soulmate coming in 11. And you know what? There's going to be a really good movement. There's strength there. There's an unknown energy right here that's going to transform. The wheel will go up. Now, tower is an Aries, right? You've got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You do have Pisces here. You've got the justice system here. You got Scorpio energy here, right? But you have a tower too with an Aries and a Gemini. Just let you know, and a Taurus to grab, but also another Aries and magician, so to grab, so manifestation. So please, that's what they're trying to tell you here. I think maybe you're thinking about a union, and maybe you think this union won't work or something with a relationship. Because you have triple heart that you're thinking about here. You're really trying to find the truth of the matter. It weighs heavy right there for you, Scorpio, and you're reflecting it hard. This is helping past issues, I'm going to give you some balance with that, that's that Archangel Michael. Because something is really worn thin already by now. But there has to be a healing. There's a hidden acorn. There's something that maybe you're holding that you have to reveal and be that emperor. See, that's why that came through with you. There's something that you're reflecting that's awfully heavy that can heal and make that world go up. But you have the knowledge. So Scorpio, kick-ass ride, man. I'm telling you, as usual, as the card said. I think that's what they were expressing. You're beautiful, this moon energy, this water, this emotional, to let us feel. You're all 3 cups together, that scorpionic energy, where emotions, or you had to walk away from cups that were stagnation and where they weren't. So I love the ending of this reading. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know. I know they were rather long, but they were interesting if you're into this. Entertainment, take what resonates. This is what this is for. So take what resonates, leave what don't. And don't forget, I do weekly updates on Never Ending Pick-a-Pile. You keep the same number, 1, 2, or 3. Well, that's another aspect of a weekly change by number. I just can't, and I leave them up for you in a private group so you can go back to them if you'd like. More than welcome on Facebook. That was as the card turns. And we leave that there. That's private. The description should say it below to bring you there. Anyway, love and lights. I enjoyed reading all aspects, earth, air, water, and fire. I can't wait to go back and look at them because I just load them up. Load them up. What you guys did in this emotional reading. There was a lot of different messages in this, but it ended up to be a kick-ass ride, pardon my French. And you're beautiful in color, and it meant a lot to you all. There's a sanctuary in it. An individualization in our emotions, our smiles and cries, and you bring it forth. And you do it gently to make that world go around. I love your energy, Scorpio. I always did. My mom's a Scorpio. I learned a lot from her. I appreciate your energy. Not only today, but tomorrow. So take care.